student, I believe the main factor would be academic pressure.
Welcome everyone to today's special episode of Coffee with Zass. I'm Daimia and I'm thrilled to have you with us today. In this podcast, we'll be exploring on various aspects of mental health and well-being and how we can all take steps towards a healthier lifestyle. Without further ado, I have two very special guests with me today, so perhaps you both can introduce yourselves briefly.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Hazim. I'm currently a third-year student. I am in the Bachelor of Communication in Strategic Communications, and I am 23 years old this year.
Hello everyone, my name is Kirtini. As Azim, we are in the same program and I'm 24 years old currently.
All right, so glad to have you both here with me today.
We're glad to be here too, Mia. Thank you for having us here.
The pleasure is all mine, Kirtini and Hazim. So today we'll be diving into a hot topic, I would say, because it's week 11, right, in MMU.
Yes.
So everybody is, rushing their due dates, their assignments, and it's incredibly stressful. And all the students are going through a burnout. So we'll be discussing a topic which is the chronic stress in students leading to extreme burnout. So I'll be asking a few questions on the matter, and perhaps you both can answer. All right?
All right.
Okay, you can give your opinion on the matter, let it sink in. All right? So, I mentioned just now about the students being stressed because of due dates, right? So what do you think are some common causes of chronic stress among students?
Well, I think personally, with personal experience being a student, chronic stress comes from many different factors. It comes from the university life. It comes from what's happening at home. So these things can really affect, your thought process or the things that are basically, things that are going through not really nice times, especially. Because when it comes to school, you're chasing deadlines, you have things to keep up with, you have friends that you have to worry about as well. And then at home, you also have, your family, sometimes you're not from an easy family or you just have family problems altogether. So these things can actually bring, those chronic stresses to school, to university. So those are the things that I think
I
that
agree.
can affect.
Okay, as a student, I believe the main factor would be academic pressure. For example, like preparing for our presentation, meeting our assignment deadlines, and also not forgetting completing our final year project, which is my concern at the moment, by the way. And besides that, our financial concerns, by how some students may have going through a lot of difficult crises like paying their tuition fee, their accommodation rent, and so on. And also not to forget like their social challenges, like how students currently live in hostel, right? Like how they are feeling isolated or going through relationship problems and so on.
Good take, Hazim and Kirtini. Well, you did mention about the situations that the students go through, right? So you also mentioned about you being a final year project student yourself,
Yes.
right? So maybe this question can be directed to you. So as a student, can you identify early signs of burnout? Like, how can you identify that?
Okay, for me, I find early signs of burnout through physically and mentally. For an example, constant fatigue by how during lecture times, even though I had a good 8 hours of sleep, but I still fall asleep. I don't know why. And besides that, maybe decreased motivation by how procrastination, even though maybe we are doing assignment. At the beginning, we might feel encouraged, excitement, and so on. But at the end, when we take a try on that assignment, we might decrease on motivation or we lose interest basically. And lastly, increased irritability where I snap out of people, like for my friends, over a minor issue. Literally, I'll show my emotional crisis or something towards to them without a proper reason.
Right. What about you, Hazim? What's your take on this?
Well, when it comes to showing emotions and stuff like that, to me personally, it's a more different thing because I express my stress through doing exercises or basically going out and doing things because I don't really like to isolate myself or just stay in my room and just lay down and everything. I like to feel that freedom again because with all those things that are happening around you, you basically don't have any freedom. And with having, things to do like a hobby, or for example, like for me personally, I go bowling or I go badminton. Those are the times that I can really express myself. And those are the times that I feel the best part.
All right, so now we know that Hazim is a gym bro. He exercises. Okay, good, good. So now that you mentioned that, what do you think would be an effective way for students to manage their mental health? Because you mentioned exercise and all the other stuff you do. So, maybe you can elaborate on that. Yeah.
So because exercising has always been a part of me ever since I was back in high school. And getting away from homework, getting away from your house, it's a feeling that you can get nowhere else, because when you're with yourself, you have the freedom to do anything you want. Be mindful though when you're doing that. But especially for me, when it comes to exercising or bowling, you're able to express that anger, express that emotion that you've been keeping for so long, that you are able to perform at your best. Because with what you call distractions, especially like for me, the distractions are going exercising and stuff like that. Those are the best times for you to show and express what you're really feeling inside, because at that time, with doing whatever you like, especially it can be painting, it can be writing or anything, you're able to express how you're actually feeling.
Okay. Kritini?
Okay, for me, I believe there's many effective ways, but the one that I would propose is, firstly, I have to agree with Hazim, which is regular workouts, because when we keep ourselves and our mind active, we may be able to take things off our mind. And secondly, time management, which how every student should implement this in your life, because when we have time management, we can schedule things out, maybe use a planner to schedule your assignments, your meetings, and etc. And not forgetting seeking support by how talking to a friend, a psychiatrist maybe. So things like this, little things like this will make a huge difference.
Okay, so I agree with you, Kartini. We should all have a support system, because like for me, it's my dad. He has always been there for me, and he supports what I study. And I have my siblings, so my family is my support system. So I would say that support systems are important, as it helps us move, because it's a hard time now for all of us with all of these piling assignments, right?
True.
We're definitely burnt out, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that these support systems are a community for you?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. So my next question would be, how can our local community support students in preventing and coping with our burnout or their burnout? Yeah.
Especially when it comes to students, some people think mental health is not a big issue, because some people firstly are not educated on it, and some people might just take it, it's just one of those stresses in life, But when it comes to, especially mental, something that is going through your mind and something that you can't control, it's basically out of your control. Having those support systems, maybe one or two friends that you can trust, or a family member that you can trust, that's all we need, because we need somebody that we can really trust with our feelings, and we need somebody that can support us throughout whatever we're going through. So the support systems are one of the things that can really make a difference in our lives.
Okay, I have a very important question actually, because you said we have to find somebody that we trust. How about I give you a situation that you're a student and you're new, and you're new to the campus, for example, and to the environment. Like you're fresh, out of as an SPM student, probably coming into MMU. So how can you find that person that you can trust and be vulnerable with, especially during these hard times?
Oh, well, for that one, I think for a new student, you have, if you don't have a family that supports you 100%, and especially when, like you said, you're somebody who's new to the campus, I think the best part of that time is that you should, because the only person that you can trust is yourself.
True.
Because you can tell that you have so many friends, you have best friends that you can trust, but at the end of the day, you're the only person that matters in your life, because your friends can give you so much advice, so much feedback on what you should do with your life, but at the end of the day, whatever decision that you make, will impact whatever happens to you.
That's a really good take, Hazim. Thank you for
Thank you.
that. What about you, Kurt? Do you have anything to say?
According to the scenario that you gave, so basically I'm an introvert. I talk very less. Whatever I want to express, I talk it in my mind. So it's just like between me and my mind. And I agree with Hazim, like whatever decisions I make, or literally myself is seeking support. I seek the support through myself. I do not need anyone for motivation, but I'm not saying you can't, you can, but it's your choice actually if you want to like share it to your friend, your family members. But as an introvert, and according to my personality, I believe I take decisions through me.
Okay, thank you, Kurt, for that. Okay, so since we're on the topic of mental health, do you think you guys want to tell me something that's coming up soon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, soon, or rather, very soon, we will be having a mental health event.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, so me and Kurt actually, it's part of a project actually, and we call it Recharge and Reconnect. And this event itself will be taking place in MMU itself, and it'll be on the 27th of June, falling on a Thursday.
Very slay. Okay.
Now let's talk about the purpose of the event, Recharge and Reconnect. It's not just a fair, but it's a movement for a better mental health event. So, in our fast-paced life, we tend to forget to take a step back and care for ourselves. So I believe this event provides a space where we all can come together, take a deep breath, and focus on our well-being.
That's great. So what's actually going to be there? Like, you already told me about the purpose, when it's going to be held and where, but like, what as a student, what will I benefit if I go for your event?
So if you're a student that's struggling, with the balance in life, with work, with family problems, I think this event will give you a chance to actually, talk about those feelings and express yourself, because we will not only be having, an event altogether, but we'll be having talks with experts, and then we'll also have, what you call sponsors by a lot of all the fitness, shops and stuff. So I think it's the best chance for you to come and join, express what you're feeling, and also join in the activities, because that's what we want to focus on.
Right. Important question. Will there be food?
Yes, of course, we will be having a lot of food vendors, which is also a key for our mental health problems. So
I see. Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah, because like nowadays when we go out, we're like, oh, is there gonna be like food vendors? Because those are the most exciting parts. I mean, yes, the purpose of the whole event, of course, but like we want to see what are the benefits we have, because that attracts us as students. So
not just food, but there's also, we have an array of speakers who's and experts will be giving talk on various aspects like on mental and physical health. And these sessions are designed for informative and inspirational, and not forgetting that you will be getting practical advice that you can incorporate in your daily lives.
Wow, so cool. Okay, I heard that like students can also speak during the event. What about that?
Yeah, so we'll we had a booth open yesterday during the FSC mini pasar, and we actually took in some students who are going to be talking during the event. They're going to be sharing their insight, their experiences during the event. So we have a whole new session on that during the event, and we'll be looking forward to that actually, because we want to listen from our students from the MMU community as well.
Wow, okay. I feel like this is going to be such an exciting event. Is there a place that I can check out updates?
So yeah, mark your calendar on the 27th June 2024 and join us at the Multipurpose Hall, MMU Cyberjaya, at Recharge and Reconnect, a health and well-being fair. So it's a day dedicated to you and your well-being.
Okay, nice. So Instagram, TikTok?
So we have a Instagram, TikTok account that you can follow us. So
it's called Recharge and Reconnect.
Yes, sir. So you can follow us on there for upcoming updates on the event, things that will be happening throughout the event, and also most probably we'll have a live during the event as well.
Okay.
We can't wait to see you all and share this incredible experience.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, okay, so slay. Awesome. So I think that will be all. Thank you for tuning with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow our TikTok
Yes.
and
Very
Instagram.
much.
Also on FAC too, guys. Please.
Yes, please.
We need the followers.